grief doesn't always show up with loud, wailing cries. Sometimes it's quiet. It's sitting in a laundromat at midnight, your hands trembling just a little as you fold a pair of socks. This story begins in December, in a small town called Maple Creek, where everyone knew your name, but nobody really knew your pain. Daniel was 34, and he was sitting alone in the corner of the Suds and Spin laundromat. He was just mechanically folding clothes that still had that faint, sharp smell of hospital antiseptic. His wife Leah had passed away 2 weeks before, after a long, hard year fighting cancer. He'd left his job to be with her, to care for her. Now, the silence in their apartment was deafening, louder than any alarm clock. He was washing her last sweater, soft blue one she wore every Sunday. He just couldn't bring himself to put it away. As he folded it, an elderly woman with silver braids and kind, tired eyes watched him from across the room. Her name was Martha. She came to the laundromat every Tuesday and Friday, always late at night, always by herself. The town gossip was that she'd been coming since her daughter moved away. But that wasn't the whole story. Tonight, she walked over to Daniel. "You've folded that sweater 5 times, she said, her voice gentle. "It's clean." Daniel looked up completely startled. He hadn't noticed her. It was hers, he managed to say. Martha simply nodded. "I know," he frowned, confused. "How could you know?" "Because I knit it," she said softly. "I made it for my granddaughter. She gave it to Leah when they were in chemo together. She told me Leah needed the warmth more than she did." Daniel froze. He felt a jolt go through him. Leah had never ever mentioned a friend from chemo. Martha sat down beside him on the cold plastic chair. She pulled a small, worn photograph from her purse. It showed to women his Leah, and a younger woman who looked just like Martha. They were both in hospital gowns, laughing with their IV poles standing next to them like strange dancing partners. They called themselves the Tuesday Warriors, Martha whispered, her voice thick with memory. They met every week for their treatment. They shared snacks, bad jokes, and all the fear they couldn't show anyone else. Tears welled up in Daniel's eyes. For all this time, he thought he had been carrying Leah's pain all by himself. He thought he was her only rock. But she'd had a friend, a warrior sister he never even knew about. "Why didn't she tell me?" he asked, his voice finally breaking. "Because she didn't want you to worry any more than you already were," Martha explained. "And because there are some sorrows, some battles, that you need to share with someone who speaks the same silent language of pain." They sat there together in the quiet hum of the dryers for a long time. 2 strangers, 2 lonely souls, suddenly connected by the same profound loss, just from different sides of the story. Then, Martha reached into her bag and handed him a small, plain box. "Leah asked me to give this to you when she thought you'd be ready." Inside was a letter written in Leah's familiar, looping handwriting. It said, "My love, if you're reading this, it means I'm gone. Please, don't be angry at yourself. You were my peace, my home. But please, promise me you won't disappear into the sadness. Go to the laundromat on snowy nights, wear my blue sweater, and know that I'm still with you. In every fold of laundry, every breath you take, every beat of your heart, all my love." Daniel finally let go. He sobbed deep, ragged breaths and tears he had held back for months. Martha didn't say a word. She just placed a gentle hand on his shoulder the way a mother would. It was a simple touch, but it anchored him. From that night forward, they met at the laundromat every Tuesday. He would bring coffee, and she would bring stories of Leah, her courage, her infectious laughter, her stubborn, beautiful hope. And slowly, that laundromat, once a place of lonely chores, became a sanctuary. It became a place of shared memory. A year later, Daniel opened a grief support group right there in that same laundromat. He called it the folding room, because healing doesn't always arrive in a big, dramatic moment. Sometimes it shows up quietly in the warm hum of the dryers, the clean scent of cotton, and in finding the courage to say a name out loudly and knowing finally that you are not alone in missing them. Thank you for watching. If you or someone you know is struggling with grief, remember there is support available. You are not alone. Please consider sharing this story if it touched you, and subscribe for more content that explores the human heart.